sure what that big shining thing is in the sky over there, but it's warm and I like it. So I've managed to get it out. Must have been caught a bit just there, that side. But we've managed to get it out now. So my next job, which is with these 3 troughs, I put 3 troughs here in a line. And the other night, a cow, if anybody else's cows do there, but they seem to nibble. Very good at finding something to nibble on. And this blue pipe behind me here that feeds these troughs, a cow or whoever, no one's owned up yet, they haven't handed themselves in, but they say, but what they've done is they've bitten through it. And since it's like alkaphene pipe, it's plastic, they can chew through it eventually. So where they bitten through it was somewhere, this here, these 3 troughs, 1, 2, 3, feed from here. And I put a T on here years ago and fed a line that went across here into that T, that went into this trough, and then the next one goes across and in. And what I've done is, what you can see, is I've threaded steel pipes through it, because they nibbled through it, and of course they can't nibble through it when I thread it through a steel pipe. They'd nibbled it about here somewhere. It weren't like a flash flood or out like that, it were just like dripping. Just nibbled it a little bit and it was just dripping, and I thought that's not condensation. So I've took a pipe out and I've put a new line in. So this piece here is all a new line. And what I've done is, since it went from that T along to that T junction, I've put more in and hid it down back. So it goes down there and then pops back up and in. Now, what I've noticed is this here, you can see where they've been nibbling on it. Because you can see all this, like, where the teeth have dug in. Like here. All the fabric-y stuff starting to tear. And what they'll do is keep nibbling on it. And then eventually they'll blow a hole in it. So, I've got another bar that I'm going to cut. I'll have to take it bits and then put another bar in here. And also what I've been trying to do is try and push it under the wall a bit, but it hasn't really been working. I've stripped it, undid it here so it'll push under a bit, but I think the steel pipe will do it a lot better. Just come for an angle grinding disc because this my one's worn out. I just wondered, does anybody else do this? When my dad or my brother come and change angle grinding discs, it's like there, that's been used. There's a brand new one. There's a brand new one. Let me pick him up. There's a brand new one, there's the old one. Anyway, instead of putting a brand new one in, I keep putting their second-hand ones in. Thinking I'll get another use out of that because I'm too tight to buy some more, you know. Just wondered if anybody else does that. I like it when they're wore out, proper worn out. Some use still in that yet. So we've had another change in plan at the minute. I've got this instead of that bar because there's a sort of a bend in this pipe, and I thought if I put a straight bar in, well, it'll be hellishly awkward for it to do. So I've got this, which is off a round bin, off the top bit like that. That sits like that round the. That'll go in around a ring feeder. It's got a bit of a bend in. And I thought it'll bend in and we'll be able to pop it back in. Now all that's left to do is switch it on. So I think we've done. Doesn't seem to be any famous last words, doesn't seem to be any water coming down. So we'll see how it goes on, but better off licking this and the actual blue pipe. The reason that also I haven't put it like all the way in, like, is because you have to take this off, slide it down, and then push it, and then you've got to push your pipe in, and there's no grip. You can't pull on there. You can't do it. So you have to pull all the bits out, push the pipe in, and then put the bits back on this cap. And there's a black rubber washer that's inside there, and like an insert and different things. So unfortunately you can't do that. I know you probably could if you knew what you were doing, but I haven't got that life. So also these wires and that, they're dead. Well, we won't have any death on this channel, but they're not live. No live wires. There used to be a camera on the other side of that wall in a carving shed, and it's not there anymore, so we don't. The wires the cows pull out and everything, but yeah. So we've about done that job. See, I could always put some more of these around that end to stop them pulling it away from the wall. These are like some clips that I got. One there, and one here. So yeah, I think we've about ticked this job off the list. So here we are at the next big water fight, and we're in where cows and calves are, where they calve. We bring them in here days before they calve up, there, bring them down and put them in here. Then you usually carve in here, don't you? And so these are recently carved. That one carved yesterday, that one the day before, and I think there's one in here that hasn't carved. Might be one at the bin. Anyway, this is water trough that they've got. It probably wants to clean out. I'll have to clean it out. And the other day it had a water leak, which has been sorted. Which I sorted it. We sorted it out. Anyway, it'd be handy if I had a stop tap on. There's one over in that corner. Over there. But when I bring my sheep in for lambing, they come in here. And of course, there's a T just up there somewhere. There's the blue part you can see dangling down. That bit. Anyway, I put a normal trough in, like a plastic one, because sheep can't drink out of this because they're not as tall as cows. And so anyway, this stays on, and I put my trough over there, plastic one. You'll see there's the sheep pen where you saw us setting up on the last video. Hello. Anyway, so we put one there, and it'd be handy if I could switch this one off up here, since the water pipe comes round up through there and then down and in. So I'm going to put a stop tap on. So I got this the other day. So I'm going to try and put it maybe up there. Just the other side of this string, I think, is probably best, because, like I say, the buggers for nibbling cows. And so I've got my water fittings. I like Plasson. They're called Plasson, aren't they? Plasson water fittings. I prefer them to film at because they proper click in. You know when they're in, because they crunch in. With film at, you just push them tight and tighten up and it pulls it in. So I prefer Plasson, really. But yeah, I don't think there's much difference in it. But yeah, we'll crack on. First job, go and turn water off. I'm wet through. Oh, I feel like that's a crunch, that. It crunches down, that's what I like. So there we go. Just a simple stop tap. And I just need to go and put it back on now. What I will do when I switch it back on is I've turned that stop tap that I've just put on up there, is it's switched on already, because what I always do, a little hack, I don't know if it's right or wrong, but if you put it on and if you leave your stop tap on or doing a trough, always put it so it's open, because of an airlock. Because since I've taken the pipe off, there'll be air in that pipe, and sometimes it can push on seals, and a big gust of pressure and all can just pull pipe back out. So that's why I always leave it open, even if it's just a tap. If you just plumbing the tap up, when you turn your water back on, leave your tap switched on, so then it just pushes all the air out. Otherwise you just get airlock and can sometimes cause a bit of damage. So here's my pipe that I use for me lambing time. It's just got a dead end on. Oh, it said dead again. Got a blank, it's just blanked off. So I'll take that off and then put the trough back on, then wire that into the trough. But see, stop tap's just here. So yeah, I can't see any leaks or anything. So I think we've about done that, haven't we? Yeah. So that'll do for this job. So I've just been and mole gripped these up because I only did them hand tight, so it's just. So I've mole gripped them so they shouldn't come loose anytime soon. And also I face it this way because since we run up down here with tractors and summit, if you stick tap out this way, more likely to get it. So I've put it that way. I mean, it's high enough that no one will come and start chewing at it. So the next project that we've got is this here. So what I'm thinking of doing with this is, you've seen me chainsawing videos and that, and what I'm thinking of doing is, with me big cheesers, I call them cheesers, them big round, before you split them, before you turn them into logs, wherever, them round, when you cut them up in the big round cheesers, they look like cheesers anyway, but enough of that. I'm thinking of storing them in that. So like, people store firewood in IBCs. Now with this IBC isn't your normal one because it isn't like a mesh. Them normal ones are like mesh, but these aren't, and the bars, since they're too wide, I mean look at that, fit a bus through there. Anyway, so I'm thinking of just putting the round things and stacking them up, because at the minute I'm just throwing the floor down there, and I thought if you stack them in here you could get a good supply of them up to the top, and if weather came bad or whatever, you could chuck a sheet over it so it'd keep them dry, because at the minute it is dry on the floor, but if it rained at least they'd be in dry bit. But with this cage, the pallet isn't really very good. I mean, at this side it's already rotted out at this end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and it's just bolted on. Hopefully just try and unbolt it. Where are we? There. It's just bolted. So I'll try and unbolt it and see how we go on them. We should have a pallet that'll be similar to this. I just want a good one, really, because there'll be some weight in it. So here we have it. I've been and got a fresh pallet, took other one, found the best that I can sort of find. It's barn with just how it sits. I'll screw it up tomorrow. But yeah, it isn't the best, but it's sort of the best what I can find. I mean, it's got a bit of wear, but it's a lot stronger than the old one. When you look at like the size of them, it's a lot bigger in terms of strength. But yeah, we'll screw it together tomorrow. So here's the finished project that I've done. Yesterday night I creosoted the pallet, so that's why it looks a bit neater. So it'll make it last a bit longer, but I've put all my screws in. So yeah, it's just a simple thing to do. But yeah, since I want to fill it full of them round logs, what I might do is I might cut a section off of this, because I'm just frightened. I'm just thinking how to get them back out, because I don't want to be mauling big ones in and then trying to maul them back out. So I'm thinking if I cut like a bar off or somewhere, like it's disconnected there, I cut this section off so I can get in. Just need an access part. But yeah, I think we've nailed this one on head for now. And to finish the video off, what Ruby's wanting me to do now is we're walking over to the lambs behind that gate, because there's one with a lame foot. So what would you rather be doing on a night like this? Look at the sky and everything. It's that one there at the back, just with a front foot. Ruby's doing a good tactic. Look at that. Right, so this is how you tip a sheep. Hand under there, up there. Like that. Which foot were it?
This one. That one.
This is why you wear gloves. Well, that one's me. I'll do them all just to...
May as well.
Yeah, might never catch her, might never see her again. Jump wall. Jump wall, Woody. You're alright. See, and then you just leave her a bit and let it soak in. Because if you just throw her back on the ground, the grass will just rub it off. So, this one's called Pinky, isn't it, Ruby?
Yep.
She's a cade.
Little Pikachu.
Her mum didn't have any milk, did she? Her bag had got warts on her teats and had sealed the others up.
And typically she had triplets.
Yeah.
Couldn't feed any of them. Oh. Did we mother two other sheep? Or one?
One was Perky. Never got lid on.
Will you be friendly anymore?
Probably won't talk to us again. No. Right, we'll go and have some tea. Hope you've enjoyed it. Catch you in the next one.